All right. If anybody comes in the chat, just say hello. What's going on? It is Jamie. Welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. I'm just doing a live stream, making myself some coffee to start here. I think just black, actually. Normally I put do milk and sweetener or something in sweetener. Sometimes coffee cream or whatever. But yeah, enough about coffee. So we're just going to be cleaning some shoes here. Set that up here as well. So nothing fancy. These are just shoes I've picked up recently. Going to be using a little metal brush, some different nylon brushes. Sometimes I use a scrubby pad, and then I've got some big box of Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. There's all kinds of shoes here, and we can talk about what I'm doing to them as I do it. And other than that, I'm just using a sink and some water. So there's a couple reasons I'm doing this. I get a lot of questions on what is the process of cleaning shoes. So I figured doing a live stream might be a fun idea. I'm just going to leave it up in the channel so that you'll be able to see this later. And if you ask me questions later and leave it just in the comments, that's great. I'll get back to you as well. The other reason I wanted to test my internet and my live streaming ability tonight. Today is July, what is it, the 8th, right? Let me just make sure I'm getting this right. It is July 8th at 7:30 tonight. I'm going to be going live on Whatnot, and I want to make sure that my internet was going to be able to handle a live stream tonight. I haven't done one in a while, so let's get started here. I'm also a little stuffed up, so I do apologize. I probably even sound terrible. It sounds terrible in my head, so I can't imagine it sounds great coming out of my mouth either. So these are a pair of New Balance. I picked these up in the last garage sale video. If you haven't seen it, it's literally the last one that I posted. So yeah, these don't need much. Excuse me, I'm very sorry. This particular one, let's see what we got here. Got a little piece of a magic eraser left. Sometimes I do dry erase. This one I'm just going to get it just a little bit wet. And I don't know if you can see that very well. Just a little bit dirty. I could honestly leave it that way, but since I'm cleaning shoes, I might as well do it. Sometimes in these little pits too, there winds up being dirt that gets collected in here. So I'll just take the nylon brush after I use the magic eraser and just make sure I'm pulling out any of the dirt that's collected. I'm just going to do that on the other half here. Right. I didn't soak the magic eraser either. I just got it a little bit damp. I find that to be better because every once in a while you might want to use, if you got some buildup, you might want to use a dry part of the eraser. If the whole thing is wet, it is not going to work very well. So as you can see, that cleaned up fairly nicely. I'm going to finish the other side here, but then I'm just going to take a cloth and wipe any excess dirt off of it. Yeah, that's about it. These ones are very simple cleanup, and that's part of the trick, I would say, too. Unless you're buying shoes at, like, say, the Goodwill bins or something like that, where they're going to be dirty. I'm looking, these days anyways, I'm looking for shoes that are cheap enough. So for me, cheap enough is somewhere between $6 to $9. If the shoes are going to be worth $100, I might pay $12 to $15. But for the most part, I'm looking to pay about $6 to $9 for shoes. And in most cases, like these ones, I believe I paid $5 at a yard sale. And in most cases, I would say at my local Salvation Army, shoes typically are about $6. Okay, so for that one, pretty nice and clean. So I'm just taking a regular, these are like the disposable dishcloth just from the dollar store, I believe. That's where this came from. So I'm just getting it a little bit damp. Pardon me. I'm just going to wipe off the material where there might be anything. And then on the New Balance thing here itself, the little symbol, just going to give it a little rub down here. Don't want to scrub too much on that guy, although I shouldn't need to anyway. You know, there's not much wrong with it. It's sort of like this one. There's like a couple little spots on it, if you can see that. And yeah, so nothing else is too new with me. Just I don't know what I can share with you guys. I'm just, Whatnot's going to be something new to try. I'm in talks with somebody right now to do a wholesale deal for Funko Pops. Once that is solidified, I can share more about that with you. that'll be kind of exciting. So I'll be getting wholesale price on brand new pops. One of the ones, for instance, was one of the new Little Wayne pops that just came out. I'll be getting them at a wholesale price, and I think I'll be getting like 6 of them. I believe it'll be around $10 a piece for that one, which what I'll be paying. And then I think they're worth like 30 or 40 bucks. But I had to buy, so the deal hasn't officially went through, so I shouldn't talk about it too much. But I did have to buy close to $1,000 worth of stuff from them just to start. So we'll see how that goes. Now I'm just taking the nylon brush as well and giving the bottom a nice little clean. I would say these were somebody's indoor shoes, if anything. Sometimes I'll use the like the metal brush. I try not to use the metal brush too much if I don't have to, because it seems like these little pieces of metal, when they fall off, you got to do a really good job cleaning up, especially if this is our actual kitchen sink. So I'm going to have to clean this very well when I'm done. I'll be disinfecting it, excuse me, with just, Lysol after. So I'll just scrub it all down and clean it, because we do use this, obviously, to clean our dishes and stuff as well. I consider doing this outside, but where I am in the winter time, you wouldn't be cleaning shoes outside. So cleaning them inside makes the most sense. I tried to do this in the bathtub before, and it makes a bit of a mess. So all in all, pretty nice, pretty clean. Just going to repeat the process with this other New Balance here. If you don't want to see me clean the second one, feel free to skip ahead in the video. But I'm going to be doing the same process. I'm just going to be cleaning the edges up. I believe that's the end of this little leftover piece of magic eraser. So the opening, the big box. Right, so you can do whatever. Some people cut them. I'm just going to rip off some chunks because I'm just looking for a little piece like this right now. Once again, just going to get the one side or one corner wet. Be able to do this one much faster as well. And then we'll get on to the next shoe. Shouldn't take too long. I would say you want to spend about 30 seconds aside. So a minute on the bottoms. The little wipe down is only going to take you, another 15 seconds potentially. And then if you have to scrub the bottoms, if you really have to scrub the bottoms, it might take you another 30 seconds. Maximum, I'd say you have a 2-minute clean job here on these type of shoes. If you're picking up shoes that need a serious clean or soap, obviously that's going to take up a lot more of your time. So as you can see, just did the quick once around here, and then with the nylon brush, just pulling out any excess dirt. Gonna get this a little wet again, and then we're just wiping down the shoe, cleaning up that New Balance logo. I can't remember what I think these are going to go for. Something like, so when I'm going to give you the price, it's going to be including free shipping, and I do bake in the shipping cost, so it's probably going to be like a $45 shoe here. I'm going to hit the side just slightly with the magic eraser. Little spot on it there. So $45 if it goes in Canada. Typically, this type of shoe would cost me about $15 to ship, and in the US, it's going to be around $20. So am I making monster profit on these shoes? No, but they sell all the time, daily sellers for me. When I pick a pair of shoes up like this, I usually think of it as about somewhere between $20 to $25 in profit for me. So that's pretty good. I don't mind that at all. I'm using the wrong brush. Oh, that's a big deal. I was using the metal brush there. Didn't really need to. Just trying to clean up the bottoms a little bit. He said these were definitely somebody's indoor shoes, or they were very minimally wore outside, if they were at all. Okay, so basically, these just have to dry a little bit more, take some photos, and they would be ready for eBay. Okay, I can't see how long I am even on the stream so far, but regardless, 9 minutes. So it took me a while because I was talking, but I made a coffee before. So 10 minutes in these guys should take you about 2 minutes, honestly, if you can get it down. These ones are ones we're not going to clean right now. I'll show them to you again. They need to be soaked in OxiClean. All this would clean up very fine. I could clean this up right now, but I won't because I'm going to soak them first because of just the toe. But it's just a canvas shoe, and that should come out, and these should sell for pretty decent money. I think I only paid $4 for these guys. So pretty nice. I will set those aside because they will get cleaned up separately. Here's a pair of men's SAS shoes. You can see there I paid $6 for these. I didn't pick them up in a video or anything. They don't really need much. So we're going to remove the sticker, which in this case, just a little yellow sticker. I'm going to take just a nylon brush. Try to get any of the dirt off the bottom that I can. Honestly, normally I'd probably keep the water running the entire time, or most of the time I'm doing this, but because of the video, I don't want to annoy you guys with water just constantly running. But, okay, so I'm just going to wipe that down a bit. I'm just trying to get any of the dirt out of like the edging and stuff like that. Not that they were that dirty to begin with. If you look at them, basically just normal wear from indoor use for the most part. A little paint or something right there. I think I can scrape it up with just my fingernail. And then the shoe itself, nice leather shoe. I'm just going to give it a wipe down to get the dust off of it. Try to get in behind the tongue here without taking the laces off is the goal. You know, trying to work smart, right? We don't want to take the laces out, wipe it all down, put the laces back in. You know, I'm trying to do a really good job, but I'm trying to be smart about it. I'm trying to just take the least amount of time as possible. These shoes don't need a leather conditioning or touch up anywhere because they're in great shape. And I think this would probably be like a $45 or $50 shoe, and that's free shipping, obviously. But pretty nice. Picked them up for $6 at Salvation Army, and it didn't take me very long to clean them up at all. I probably didn't really need to clean them up. I could have listed them the way that they are. I just like to do my best to make things look as presentable as possible. So it's a little bit wet, so that's might be deceiving, but this is what we started with. Little sticker, little dirt, and then you can't really see it. There's a little dust on the shoe, so I'm just getting rid of the dust. So okay, just going to repeat the same process. Like I said, if you don't want to see me clean the shoe a second time, if you're watching this later, you can go ahead and just get past it. So same deal though, I'm just going to be scrubbing the bottom. Try to get the dirt out of the creases. Sometimes if they're really bad and I feel like it needs it, I'll put a little bit of just regular Dawn dish soap, or this isn't Dawn, this is Sunlight, but same idea. Some dish soap and scrub it up with the bubbles, and then you can rinse it off or wipe it off or whatever you see fits. Okay, nice. Give it a little wipe down here. Same thing. Just try to wipe the dirt off of it. Nothing too fancy. It is a beautiful day outside. I did consider just taking everything outside and doing that. Just cleaning these outside in the natural light would have been very nice. But my internet speed here inside is, for me today, what's important. I want to make sure that I'm able to live stream for probably 30 minutes to an hour without too many interruptions. Because like I said earlier, tonight at 7:30, I'll be going live on Whatnot and doing the first Funko Pop sale. I feel like kind of a broken record because lately that's all I've been talking about. But it's kind of a big deal to me. Could be a game changer as far as extra revenue, a way to liquidate some stuff that maybe hasn't been selling on other platforms. So it's definitely a good thing for me, definitely. And if you guys can join me tonight, I would appreciate it as well. And if not, I understand. Don't worry about it. So these are a nice pair of Crocs here. Still have the $2 price tag. Picked these up on the video right before I went on vacation. We went to Florida, and right before we flew out, the day before, we went thrifting. Me and my wife went thrifting, and we also went to yard sales. I recorded the yard sale part, and these were picked up from that. So with these guys, they're not in bad shape either. I'm just going to get the bottoms wet, put a little bit of soap on here. I am going to use the metal or the whatever it is, the wire brush, and scrub it a little more, because these are definitely been outside and they can definitely take a little more abuse. And I'm only doing this on the bottom as well. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because this shoe is completely submergible, so I can just run it underwater after. All I want to do for that part of it, get a little wet, put a little soap on the top and inside here as well. There's a lot of soap, actually. I'm just going to scrub the top of it. Now this time it is with just a regular nylon brush. Oh, sorry. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Just trying to show the comments. There we go. Thanks. Oh, not like that though. Get rid of you. Okay, there we go. Thanks. Sorry, guys. So yeah, just scrubbing this guy up because this was on somebody's barefoot, likely. I'm gonna do my best to scrub inside the shoe. I mean, people have expectations of a used shoe being a used shoe, so not that big of a deal. But I am going to do my best to get all of the extra dirt or potentially dead skin or whatever could be in here. I'm not too worried about that myself. Okay, so scrub the bottom, scrub the top. Just going to give it a rinse. And I can see some dirt on the orange here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It'd be really hard to see, I'm sure. But all I'm going to do is take this magic eraser and go across the part here that looks like there's a little bit of dirt or staining that didn't come out with the scrub. And that's it. Disappeared, just like magic, just like the box says. Magic eraser. All right. So I'm going to just not dampen this, obviously. We're trying to dry this one. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So I can give you a little, make sure all the soap is off of there. Give you a little before and after. So before, a little bit dirty on the toes, you know, looks worn, not bad though, clean on the inside. The after, you know, nice and clean on the bottom. I still have a little bit of soap residue here, just going to keep wiping. But anyway, nice and clean. There were some spots here. If it dries and I still see spots, there's some more. So if I still see spots, I will give it another wipe down, is basically how that will go. And the inside is reasonably clean as well. So we'll go ahead and clean up the other crock here. Like I said, if you don't want to see me clean up a second crock, feel free to skip the video ahead to the next shoe. I got a couple more left here. I think I have a golf shoe down there. And then something else, maybe a running shoe. The same idea. I actually want the metal brush for the bottom, just in case there's any. No stones in this one, but sometimes you can get a little buildup of dirt, or maybe somebody stepping gum or something gross like that. And if that grosses you out, you can wear gloves. I'm just going to wash my hands after. It doesn't bother me. I'm not really a germaphobe or anything. And if you are, there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay, so that's fine. Just going to get a little bit of water in there. Same thing. A little dab of soap inside and outside. Goodness. The only thing I've ever found with Crocs when I've brought them home, if I find a condition issue after, is my wife has a pair of Crocs that I picked up that I was going to sell. They are her size. Imagine that. But right here, this was cracked. This piece right in here. And you couldn't really tell until you pull them apart. So ever since then, when I find Crocs, I usually put my fingers in there and make sure that it's connected all the way around. They're really cool ones. They were a tie-dye one, tie-dye pair of Crocs. They're definitely worth good money. You can find any of the like special editions or different colorways. those ones will sell much faster. Yeah, but she doesn't mind. She just wears them the way that they are. And they are pretty cool. You can't even tell, honestly, unless you like pull up on it, or sometimes if you got your foot caught or something, it'll like pull apart right there. But it is something that I do look, because I find that besides maybe this thing trying to come off, that seems to be one of the bigger condition issues you can have. So I'm just going to rinse this off. Pardon me. A little bit of the dirt in the crock still, or like the lettering. Let me get that. Might just not want to come. It's okay. Doesn't look bad. Same deal. I'll turn this off so it's not so annoying. The front of the shoe, or the crock here, has a little bit of dirt that I'm just going to try and clean off of there with this magic eraser. This is doing a great job. Definitely don't want to overdo it with the magic eraser, especially if it's dry. You can actually change the color or pull some of the pigment out of it, or if it's been sun faded, sometimes it'll go back to even, I think it's still lighter, but like, you just want to be careful that you don't overdo it. Definitely on the side of shoes before, took away the white finish and it starts to go yellow. It's definitely something you would want to avoid. This one's actually a little more dirty than the other one was for some reason. So I got it here and I can see it. Just going to hit it again with the magic eraser just on the side there. Okay. Pretty happy with that. If you wanted to see what these look like, they'll likely be listed tomorrow. I'll probably take photographs this afternoon, maybe when I have some downtime, and then I'll get them listed this evening, potentially before the live stream or after the live stream, and then they'll be listed tomorrow morning. So yeah, nice and clean. Still a little spot right there. Still a little bit of soap right there. I said I'll when they dry, I think the soap is coming off of my hand, believe it or not. Let me just wash my hands a little better. Maybe I'll wring this out. All right, better. Now the soap is leaving. That is the goal. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so a pair of Crocs now. 2 clean Crocs. So this one's already dried pretty well. You can see the difference. You can see I still have soap in my hand as well because I keep leaving the residue. Pretty nice. This is the one that we just did that dried. This is the one that just finished up. So when it's dry, you can see if there's any more imperfections or anything else that you'd be concerned about. But that looks pretty good. Looks very good. So next up, these were a nice find. I believe these were from Goodwill. So these are in the more high price range there. I don't know if you can see that before I pull the tag, but it says $12.22. Oops. I can pull the tag out nicely. I can show you. But I only got part of it. I can't really see that. Regardless, doesn't matter. The sticker is stuck on my fingers. So these are a nice pair of FootJoys FJ Low Pro Collection. So these ones, you can see, were barely used. There's a little bit of dirt there. I don't need to scrub the bottoms too well, which is why I was so happy to pay a little bit more to pick these up. Normally, you got to scrub golf cleats pretty good on the bottoms. You get these all out. You can actually take these out if you want. We don't have to do any of that. This one, we're just going to wipe down and then take a look and see what the white looks like. I'm very carefully going to hit the white with a magic eraser. But first thing I want to do, I just have warm water. I'm just going to try to get all the rest of the soap residue out of here. Okay, whew, that's hot. Okay, so now I'm just going to let that dry for a second. And while that's drying, I'm just going to take the nylon brush to start with. I'm hoping we don't need to use the metal one at all. A little more soap in it than I'd like still, but now I'm just trying to work away at the little bit of dirt that's collected right in here. That's it. Sometimes when you go out to get cleats, they're full of grass, and it's a nightmare to get out of there. Trust me, it sucks. But for the right pair of cleats, it's still worth doing. Move that out of the way. You shouldn't need a lot. Still see some dirt down in there, but They actually look fine. You don't have to get every single piece of dirt. You just don't want to have big strands of stuff hanging off of there. Now, as far as the leather goes, whether this is right or wrong, I don't know, but it is the way that I do it. Nice job. Hey, nice, thank you. So all we're doing here, just plain water. I think I got most of the soap out of here. So we're just gonna rub off any of the dirt, and then the leather should look very nice just by doing that, honestly. This type of leather doesn't need to be conditioned at the moment. Looks fairly new. It's just gonna be the whites that we're gonna be concerned about. So, okay, already looks pretty snazzy, to be honest. Looks pretty good. Cool. We're going to take the new, I don't even know where the part of the old one I had, but I want to use a new one for this because it is white. I'm just going to get the slightest bit of water here. And I'm going to go over the leather. Then as I do that, I'm going to wipe. I'm just making sure that what I'm taking off, if I'm taking off anything, isn't leather or anything like that. So there was a little spot right there. Trying to be gentle with this too, because you don't want to create a new problem. So an issue right there with the binding. I think there's some yellowing right there and there. Just gonna leave it alone. I find when you start playing with stuff like that, you actually make it look worse. So all we're really doing is just trying to clean up the white a little bit, and it's actually going fairly well. As you can see, I'm not scrubbing and scrubbing. It is leather. I don't want to take layers off or anything like that. I'm just trying to get the dirt off of it. If I can show you the other one here. So I'm more than happy with this. So we started off with a shoe like this. See, this one's going to have a little bit of dirt here. That's what we're working to get off. Maybe a little bit of dirt in the crease there. The leather already looks nice. Bottom of the shoe already looks nice. So this is the one that we're still going to need to clean next. And this is after, okay? There still is a little spot there. A little spot there. I'm more than happy with that. That is fine. They will dry and look very nice and clean. These shoes didn't require a lot of cleaning to begin with, and that's why I like to pick shoes up that are in good condition like this. If this is all cracked or it needed to be conditioned and they still wanted $12, there's no way I would buy it. If it needed some work and I got it the Goodwill bins for maybe $2, yeah, I might try to clean out all the grass. I might try to see how clean I can get them for $2, But even then, there's a limit on how much time you want to spend. Like I said, if you don't want to see me clean this second golf cleat, just skip ahead to the next one. I've got a pair of running shoes in there. I actually got 2 pairs, but the other pair, I'll show you, it doesn't need anything. Pardon me. If you guys, I'm sure you probably are, if you've got into selling shoes at all and you don't know anything about golf. But one of the brands, FootJoy, is probably one of the easiest ones to find. They're everywhere. FootJoy, Callaway is good. Nike golf stuff is good. I've recently been doing good with some Reeboks as well, but they were brand new with tags. I don't know if I would pick up Reeboks. Otherwise, I don't even know if they actively still make golf cleats or not, or golf shoes, but they were pretty nice. So same deal. I don't even think I need to get this any wetter. Do I? No, I don't think so. We're not trying to soak this down. We're just trying to get any dirt off of the brown leather. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot. So first pass here, we're just looking to get everything clean. And second pass, we'll be with the magic eraser and we can just continue to wipe. Didn't really pay attention to the tongue on the other one. Maybe I should look quick. No, it's good. This is going to be a spot that's always going to be a little more dirty because that is where everything's going to rub. But I don't believe we're trying to make these look brand new. We're just trying to make them look as good as they possibly can for used shoes. and save somebody some money and make us a little bit of money. That is the goal. Okay. This side is very, very easy to clean up here. So that side's nice. I think this is the side that had a little bit more dirt. Right here, I believe that where if you can see that, it's just a little bit of glue. Try not to mess around with that too much because sometimes you can spread that more than make it better. You can usually tell when you start playing around with the magic eraser. There's a little bit of yellowing here. And if it instantly doesn't go away, I don't usually like to dig at it too long because you will start to ruin the condition of the leather. You're better off to just leave it and kind of make sure you just take nice photographs that show any of the defects. So yeah, that was it. That's it for the FJs. Bought a bunch of spares recently for reselling as well. Yeah. Yeah, shoes can do very, very, very good. So if you're just getting into shoes, let me just say, like, welcome. Sorry, quirky. But they're good. The shoes are plentiful when you go to thrift stores. The one thing you can always find is shoes. I think Goodwill and even in my area, Value Village, they've started to price shoes high. Some of the Value Villages are like 25 or 30 bucks. So it's almost like what we'd be asking as a reseller for them. And they're getting the money. And Goodwill, my Goodwill still is pretty reasonable. But when I go outside my town, I've hit some Goodwills around me that want $20 to $50 for certain pairs of shoes. And they're not wrong. I don't think they're being greedy in any way. But are they going to sell them to the average person? Probably not. You know, that is what's a great thing about eBay or Poshmark is you're looking at selling something like this to thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe even millions of people. I don't exactly remember how many people are on that platform. When you're in a small Goodwill in a small town, you know, half the people probably don't even go there. How are you going to sell a $50 pair of shoes to maybe a couple hundred people? Doesn't seem very realistic at all. So these ones don't need any cleaning as well. They basically are brand new on the bottom. I picked these up in my last video. I think if you guys seen that video, is when the camera died. These are the Skechers, Australian, weird. They look just like Uggs. Regardless, these don't need anything. I'm not going to wipe them down. Everything was brand new. I think these were from a liquidation buy, or they were a liquidation seller. The last ones we're going to clean up here. These ones are probably the most dirty of all. I say that, and now I'm questioning it. They actually look really good. Where did I even get these from? There's no price tag on them. I feel like, oh, price tag is right there. Paid $5. Okay, so I'm going to guess that's Salvation Army. I don't remember. It's been a while ago. Just going to cut this tag off of here. These are some Sauconys. Yeah, pretty clean. Don't need too much. I thought they were dirty, but I think that's actually in the design there. Nice. These are men's size 8. So basically it's going to be similar to, what was the first pair? The New Balance we did. I thought these were going to need a little bit more, but they don't. They're actually not, they're not even dirty on the bottom. So this is nice. Nice for me. So all we're going to do, take a magic eraser. It's just a little bit damp again. You rub it across the sides. Try to get any dirt out of the creases. This one's a little deceiving because all these little marks make me think it's dirt, but they're not. They're actually supposed to be there. So interesting. Other side, same thing. Because this one has so many little, I don't know if you can see those little cross cuts in there. I'm going to try to find this brush again. This is just a nylon brush. I'm going to kind of try to get in there. I feel like any dirt that was on there, I've just pushed into the groove. So I'm just forcing the dirt out of there. Looking for any dirty spots and hitting it again. The magic eraser. The side one more time with the magic eraser. And this one, we're going to take the metal brush on the bottom only. Give it a little scrub. See if there's any extra dirt in there. Not even a big scrub because there's basically no dirt in it. Okay. Take the cloth again. And we're just going to wipe the material down. Now, I would not be afraid if these were very, very dirty, like gross or smelled funny or something like that. I would not be afraid to throw these in the wash machine. Personally, I usually try to clean with a magic eraser first, make the bottoms all look nice. Pardon me. And I'll just throw them straight in the washing machine, usually with other pairs of shoes or potentially towels or something like that, just so they're not banging around in there so much. And then I'll just air dry them outside. Sometimes I'll dry, if it's winter here, because you're not going to dry them outside, they'll be frozen. If it was winter here, I would probably just dry them in the house in a nice dry place, or maybe throw them in the bathtub to dry. And here, obviously, all I'm doing, I'm just taking the semi-wet cloth again and just wiping these down. So they look pretty nice and clean. Bottoms weren't too bad. Started off like this, which doesn't look bad at all anyway. A little bit of discoloring. We just cleaned it up. Got any of the dirt out of here. These are nice. These are probably, I don't remember looking these ones up either. They'll probably sell for like free shipping, $45 to $55. I'll have to look, but that's the average for most shoes I pick up. These ones I think will do pretty good on Poshmark as well here. So I'll clean up this last shoe and then we can wrap up the live stream here. I think we're about 30 minutes in, which is roughly where I wanted to be. I want to be about 45 minutes to an hour just to test out my internet speed here. This one also has, before I'm even cleaning it, has a little bit of defect here in the black. I don't know if somebody else tried to clean these up potentially. Maybe didn't like them. So I'm not going to hit that too hard because I don't want to, someone's already distressed it a little bit on the side. So obviously when I take pictures, we'll be pointing that out. I don't necessarily always say in the description, you know, some of the black is missing. I just make sure in my pictures it's very clear. You know, you get that side of the shoe and you can see what it looks like. So same thing, a little nylon brush so that it's not too invasive. And I'm just going to clean the little creases out here. So if I've got any dirt from there or pushed any dirt in there, I'm cleaning with a magic eraser, should be gone. And then once again, back to the metal brush here. Just going to run this across the bottom to get any extra dirt, a sticker or something. Like I said, people don't expect them to be perfect, so you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours. Just do your best job to get all the dirt out of any place that's easy to get dirt out of, and I think you won't have a hard time. If you pick up the right shoes, I don't think you'd have a hard time selling them. There are plenty of people who don't clean shoes at all. They just sell them the way that they get them. I just think for the amount of time that it takes and the way that it presents, and you have a nicer looking shoe, I think it's worth taking, 2 to 5 minutes cleaning a pair of shoes. I don't think it's that big of a deal. If I wasn't explaining it or talking to you guys, it would go a lot quicker. A lot of times I'll just throw music on, and just hang out and do this. I don't even got a drink of my coffee yet. I've been talking so much, apparently. Probably should. Just get a little sip. So yeah, these turned out pretty good as well. Very nice, clean. This is a little deceiving. For whatever reason, before I cleaned these, I thought they were much more dirty, but it's these little specks of color that are in the sides. So yeah, my shirt a little bit dirty. Yeah, like I said, these ones here, we'll soak them. We'll soak these guys, and same deal. Soak them in OxyClean. If they look nice, awesome. Clean up the edges. If they don't look nice, empty it, soak them again in OxyClean. The first time I like to soak them for 2 hours. If they don't complete 2 hours, I'll likely soak them for 24 hours. My light just died on my LED light bar here. So that's probably a perfect time to wrap it up. So hopefully if you guys can, if you watch this after or whatever, if you're in the chat now, thank you. If you can, join me on Whatnot. I'm going to be live tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to get everything set up for that this afternoon. I'm going to take pictures of these shoes, and I've got lots of stuff to do. Tomorrow morning when I get up, I'll be going garage sailing. So that'll be the next episode in garage sale season. I think I probably have another 6 weeks left of garage sales in my area before they totally die out for the fall. And yeah, so thank you guys again so much for watching. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, my name's Jamie, Thrift on Fire on Instagram, now Thrift on Fire and whatnot, and here on YouTube. Find me, ask me questions. I like to hear from you guys. Take care. Stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.